He came back from Hajj, he was totally changed. That Allah will allow some of us to hear these words, and we will hear these words. Enter. So this verse is very dear to my heart, because this is my hope that we will hear this, and that my children and my parents will hear these verses. Inshallah.
اللهم ثبتهم على الإيمان وارزقهم أعلى الجنان كما رزقتهم هداية القرآن. بالقرآن اهتديت. بالقرآن اهتديت، في رحبه تحلو الحياة، شوقا إلى المولى هتاي، أسلمت روحي للإله، نور الحنايا والطلوع، لله أعلنت الرجوع، آياته تغدو شموع، ويفيض في قلبي سنا، نور الحنايا والطلوع، لله أعلنت الرجوع، آياته تغدو شموع، ويفيض في قلبي سنا. موسيقي مشهور هداه الله بآيات قصيرة نقرأها بشكل يومي، فبدلت كل حياته وعاش في سعادة مع القرآن. إنه رحيم تشان الذي التقيت به في لندن واستضافني في منزله.
So my name is Rahim Jung. I was born here in London, in fact only a few hundred meters from here. I've always lived in London all my life. My father came here from India in the 1940s, but his family were originally from Hijaz area of Arabia. But my mother's family are Irish. So my mother and father, they met here in London. My mother was Irish Catholic. So we were brought up in a very liberal family, not really following one faith or the other faith. In fact, following no faith. Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
كيف الحال؟
الحمد لله.
طيب
How are you?
الحمد لله الحمد لله.
Thank you very much. أهلا وسهلا. تفضل جزاك الله خير. Please have a seat.
شيخ رحيم، ما شاء الله هذا البيت الجميل والأولاد ما شاء الله الأجمل، أسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يحفظهم لك، وهذه الاستضافة وهذا الكرم. الشيخ رحيم، كم عندك ما شاء الله من الأولاد؟
I'm now 42 years old, mashallah. I'm married. I've been married for 18 years, 19 years nearly. I have 5 children, alhamdulillah.
كان رحيم مغرما في الموسيقى، حتى أنه لما انتهى من الدراسة عمل مباشرة في الموسيقى مع معارضة أهله. بدأ بمشروع صغير في الموسيقى حتى وصل واشتغل مع أشهر شركات الإنتاج العالمية.
I went to work for one of the most famous record companies in the world, which was Motown Records. And at Motown Records, that was when I really started to mix with different people. So if I was to think about some of the people that I met, some of the people that I worked with Stevie Wonder. And Stevie Wonder is one of the biggest recording artists in the world. I was on the team that organised Stevie Wonder's 40th birthday party and the launch of his Jungle Fever album. And I worked on soundtracks to films. I worked on the soundtrack to Terminator 2. I worked on, in fact, many of the singles that I worked on went diamond, platinum. They had all those discs. So we used to get awarded all those discs.
تربى رحيم في منزل غير مهتم بالدين، فلما سألته عن ديانته قبل الإسلام قال:
We didn't have any pressure to follow a religion, and my brothers and my sister and myself, we all went away from Islam. So by the time I was responsible for my own actions, I wasn't following anything. I wasn't Christian, my mother was Christian, I wasn't Christian. And there was no Islam in my life. But really my religion was more than anything else, it was music. This was my deen. My deen was music.
وللأسف هذا حال كثير من الشباب المسلم الآن، مفتونين في الغناء والطرب، وهذا حال من يعبد هواه من دون الله سبحانه وتعالى. يقول الله عز وجل: أرأيت من اتخذ إلهه هواه والعياذ بالله.
When I look back now, there were certain steps that brought me closer to Islam.
رحيم، متى بدأ الإسلام ينبض في قلب رحيم؟
For me, it was because of the relationship I had with my closest cousin and my friend. And we lived like this, two brothers, all the way up until 18 years old. At 18 years old, every summer we used to go for holiday together. And this one summer we made plan for the holiday. And he phoned me and he said, I've got bad news, bad news. I said, what? He said, I can't come on holiday. I said, no, why not? He says, I have to go for Hajj. I said, oh my God. He said, I know, what am I gonna do? I said, I'll phone your mother. So I phoned his mother. I said, Auntie, please, please don't send him, don't send him. She said, no, he's going for Hajj. He's 18, he has to go for Hajj. I said, no, please, we booked holiday. She said, no, he's going. He said, what can I do? I'm sorry. So I went on holiday with my other friends. He went for Hajj. When he came back from Hajj, he was totally changed. Totally changed. He started to grow his beard. He stopped coming out with us. He wouldn't come anymore to the, to the places where there was mixing and the place where there was music and all of this. He just started to practice his deen. But when I used to meet him, he was content. He was happy.
بعكس ما كان يشعر به رحيم، بالرغم من توفر المال الوفير عند رحيم، ولكنه كان يعيش حياة صعبة وتعيسة. وهكذا هي الحياة، لم يجعلها الله سبحانه وتعالى طيبة فقط لأهل المال، وإنما جعلها طيبة لمن يعمل صالحا.
Things started to change. My career started to have some problems. My relationships started to have some problems. But my heart started to feel different. When things started to go wrong in the music business, and they didn't go wrong from a dunya point of view. From a dunya point of view, they were very good. But inside my heart, I was feeling more and more depressed, more and more empty. And it got to the stage one day when I really thought I was going crazy. I was at my house, I thought I was going mad. And I remember thinking about God and making a deal. And there were many, many sins in my life at that time. And I remember saying to God, if you help me in this situation that I'm in now, I will give up all my sins for 3 weeks. This was the deal I made with God. And on that day is when I said, and I will open the Quran and I will read it. And when I opened the Quran and I read it on that day, like a miracle, the verse I read in English, after every difficulty comes ease. فَإِنَّ مَعَ الْأُسْرِ يُسْرًا إِنَّ مَعَ الْأُسْرِ يُسْرًا. And for me, it's like a miracle, because I was very desperate at that time, and I didn't know where to go. I didn't know where to turn, and I thought I was going crazy. And the last thing I wanted was a deen, was religion. I didn't want to be religious, I wanted the dunya. It was as if this verse was just written for me, no one else. That I didn't even know Allah, God, whatever, but that this book somehow knew exactly what I needed at that point and at that time. So it was like a miracle.
لما اشتكى جوف الظما لما بكى جفني دما والدرب خاف جهنما لجأت للقرآن.
يقول الله سبحانه وتعالى في هذه الآية العظيمة: فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا. جاءت كلمة العسر في هذه الآية معرفة، فهو عسر واحد. وجاءت كلمة اليسر في هذه الآية نكرة، فهو يسرين، فلا يمكن أن يغلب عسرا يسرين. فاستبشروا يا أهل البلاء بيسر من الله سبحانه وتعالى.
بالقرآن